Hey, let me change this lighting. I don't like the lighting in my room. I don't really want this lighting. Yes, that is better. What is up, you guys? What is up? I got my little microphone or whatever. So I'm really just going live real quick because I just want to show my face here every chance that I get. Like, why not? No, but I know that a lot of you guys know that I am relaunching Earth is School, and I just have some special things for you guys, and so I don't want to um, not show up still on live. I'm not going to be doing the episodes on live like that anymore. But I think it's still cool for me to come on here and just speak to you guys. A lot of times I get questions and channeled messages while we're here. So um, let's just kind of let that happen. Let me try to put y'all in here. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, what is can y'all hear me well? I just got done recording an episode. Y'all have no idea what this podcast means to me. And my obedience, me being obedient. Oh, let me move this thing up. This is way too, like, the angle is not cute, right? I cannot wait to give you guys these episodes. But yeah, because I'm doing it in the way that I'm doing it, I still want to just go live with you guys. Yeah, how have y'all been? What's up? Like, let's talk for a second. I think the kids and I are about to watch who remembers who remembers Don't Tell Mom. Oh, I think something is going dead. Something is My microphone is beeping like it's going dead. Um what do that mean? I don't even know how to charge this damn thing. Hmm. Okay, sorry. I think Okay, yeah, so the kids and I are gonna watch Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Do y'all remember that movie? Only my 80s, anybody that grew up in the 80s, or maybe you grew up in the 90s, but you had siblings that grew up in the 80s. Only y'all would really get this. Let me try to see. I feel like I need some. Y'all, who has been listening to the Megan Thee Stallion album? I love Megan Thee Stallion, by the way. I really don't care. If you don't like Megan Thee Stallion, that's on you. But Megan Thee Stallion is so bomb. Like, her music, I know that on the surface it seems like she's just talking about a bunch of ratchet bullshit that everybody always talk about. And she does do that. But she also, her music is really empowering. Like, her music really is about, like, the way that she speaks on things with, when it comes to, like, the connection between the feminine and masculine. It's not necessarily like, it's not on the, like, level of, like, using a man and getting what you want and stuff. Like, even though, again, she does do that sometimes, but it's more just about empowering yourself, like loving on yourself, not letting nobody, don't be stressing about nobody's son, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. Some of you guys might not even know who Megan is, and then some of you do. But I have been listening to her album. Okay, so y'all, I'm over here. I'm trying to figure out how I would charge this. But let me know if y'all have any questions though. Let me know if you have a question. Ask me anything. Please don't ask me nothing about unless it's like deep. Don't ask me just about living here. Like, what are the things? What are the pros and cons? How do you move here? Please give me something with more depth. Okay, I understand that that's a question for a lot of people. Ooh, it went dead. I bet y'all can still hear me though. Dang. I don't even know how do I charge this? It would need to be plugged up. Okay, let me see. If I get my yoga mat and I sit down on the floor, I bet this would work. Okay, but yeah. I hope y'all can still hear me though. Can y'all still hear me? So yes, you guys, I understand that that is an important question, and I agree. It is important to know the pros and cons of living here. Oop, oop, oop. The pros and cons of living here and all that jazz. But I just want to answer deep questions, okay? Sometimes I just want the depth. Plus, I already have videos about that on my channel. Dang, this string is so short. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not tech savvy. I'm using my brain for real when it comes to this. My mirror was just clean. Anybody have children and just know how much you cannot keep your mirror clean? Like, it was just clean. Like, that's amazing. Post just be doing the most. All right, let me see if I can plug it up here. But yes. Look at her. Don't be thinking that you just got me here all night. Got me here all night. Got me singing this love song. Yes, I am that black person that cannot say a word without singing the song to it. I'm sorry. Even if we're like in the middle of a tragic moment, like if you say, let me think. If somebody say a part to a song, if somebody say you ain't a pimp, I'm gonna say you a fairy. Oh, I choose you. Okay, I'm trying to turn this microphone back on. I'm just trying to be a little professional, y'all. Okay, that's all. I'm just like the quality of everything for me is just being upgraded, and I just don't want to even come on live no more without a microphone. Maybe it don't work when it's charging, which is so stupid. Hmm. Well, it looks like it's not going to charge, so it is what it is. All right, whatever. Now I know. That's how you learn. So yes, guys. That's really all I've been up to. I took a social media break. I have not been on social media for almost a week. And for those of you who don't know, I normally take an annual break, and I just haven't like my addiction to social media, which most of us have. All of us have an addiction to something, and most of us have an addiction to some form of social media. And is today the 4th of July? No, that I guess that answers the question, right? I guess that answers the question on whether I celebrated or not. I forgot. Was it today or yesterday? I literally, okay, it had to have been yesterday, right? Because the fact that I don't even know what today is, but my friend had mentioned it. Yesterday she mentioned the 4th of July to me. No, she mentioned that it's a holiday. She was like, she was telling me something, and she was like, yeah, and because it's a holiday tomorrow or whatever. I was like, what holiday? And I went to research. I went to research what holiday could be. Could it be like? That's how far removed I am from July 4th. No, we do not celebrate. We don't do any holidays. The only holiday that we celebrate is our birthdays. I can't even see what icon that is. I like those little icons though. I don't know what the heck that icon is. Um, but yeah, guys, what was I saying? Social media break is happening. I am so happy and just I feel so fulfilled with the time that I have taken off already. Just it hasn't even been a full week, and it just feels so good to be off of social media. It really does. I talk a lot. I think not this last live, but the live before that one, I was really going in about what social media is and what it does and the energy that comes through. And especially if you are an empath, which means that you have high intuition and psychic medium abilities, then you really need to be cautious about what you're doing on social media. I mean, being on social media because the energy comes through there. And I shared about um, how I get when I'm pregnant. I am even more hypersensitive. And I literally have to have the phones, like people that have phones around me while I'm pregnant, like I have to have them face down. It is a whole weird ass thing. I know. I did not create this. This was created inside of me. And I was a teen mom when I first discovered this. I knew nothing about intuition and empathness and all that. So it's a real thing. I encourage you guys to take a break from social media, especially right now because we are in Cancer season. And you know, one thing about these zodiac things, it's so funny how we like gang bang on our zodiac and completely forget the fact that we are all one, which means that it's not just about what sun sign you were born into. It's about what season we are, and we're. This is not even like astrology. This is astronomy. Like you'd have to disagree that as below is not above or whatever if you don't go with this. Like you'd have to debunk the Farmer's Almanac, which is based off of the constellations and things. So it's very real, and every season that we have affects you. So you might not be a Cancer, but you are most definitely going to be displaying characteristics from that sign in whatever season that we're in, and they're just going to come out in with whatever combination of who you are as personality traits, and then other factors, your moon sign and things like that. So here in Cancer season, um, we are going to be feeling a lot of intensity when it comes to emotions. People are going to be emotional, and even more, your intuition. The Cancer is a highly intuitive being, and or tends to be, and so this is where you have an opportunity to get your intuition heightened to really receive those messages and stuff. So I do encourage you guys during this season um, to take a break from social media or from whatever it is that happens to be your main distraction, and go within. Go within. You might end up getting messages and really getting some of those answers to questions that you've had that you've been waiting to get answered. I'm being so light with how I'm saying this. I'm like, you might, the truth is that there is a large amount of of people, of receivers, should I say, that are going to be getting these kind of things. It's going to be, we're going to be going through a great awakening during this Cancer season. It's going to really catapult a lot of you guys into understanding your gifts, your intuitive powers and stuff. So yeah, take a break. But yeah, guys, if y'all don't have no questions, I didn't want to come on here and go in. Y'all know I'd be like having a whole thing. Sometimes when I go live, we end up on here live. My last live was an hour. We was on there for like an hour and 20 minutes, and it didn't even feel like it. Do y'all thing. I don't even know which subject you're speaking on do y'all thing. But I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to do my thing. Thank you, London Price. That's a message, okay? Everybody need to do their thing. Everybody do your own thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. I have definitely been doing my thing. My phone has been on D&D hard, and it's been so good for me. It's been so good for me because I'm about to pop out. Like when it's time with this new with this relaunch, and I need to be going within before time. I want to get this little lock that I seen. How's Senegal treating you? I'm from Cape Verde. You need to visit. Oh my goodness, I would love to. I would love to. Please let me know if you see your girl on TV because I have a commercial there. I think it's in Cape Verde. It's in Cape Verde. It's in Cote d'Ivoire, Cape Verde, Ivory Coast. That's where my commercial is playing. So some people have seen me. I've been really wanting to see if somebody can like record from their TV. Yeah, Senegal has been lovely for me, and I would love to come and visit. My tattoo artist lives there. The only person that I'm allowing to tattoo me on the continent right now, and he's a celebrity tattooist. He tattooed like Burna Boy, DeVito, that guy that's in blue, like all painted in blue in Beyonce's video. He's from Africa. He's from like I don't know Gambia or something, but he tattooed him. So he lives there, and I need to come there, if nothing else, for that. But everyone in Senegal is always saying good things about Cape Verde and that whole area. People are always wanting to go to visit. I definitely want to get those island vibes. I even thought about moving there. I have thought about that. But yeah, Senegal has been good. I've been enjoying myself doing a bunch of nothing. I just wait for clients to come in, and I'm just homeschooling my kids, recording every day. Just I have truly created this life of ease for me, and this is where I am only in the beginning of that. So that's what I've been doing all day, and I'm so glad that I um, went into this town, this city that I'm in now, that allows me to do that. Like my drivers will bring things for me. Sometimes I don't even have to leave the house, and I can get all my groceries. Yes, it's what is that brand? That's bad. That's bad when you are in a commercial and you don't even know the brand of the drink that it's an energy drink. I should get the name of that and have that in my mind so I can speak on that and answer that. Um, Kappa. It's called Kappa, I believe. It's an energy drink. Kappa, like Kappa Verde, I think, but it's spelled with a K. Yes, if you're just coming on, I am giving you guys time to ask me anything, any questions about myself, ask questions about you guys. Ask me questions about you. What are you experiencing and going through that you are noticing that you need, that you want, something that you want to get rid of or change, or maybe something that is really exciting and new for you? Let's talk about. Ooh, okay, that is what I wanted to ask you guys. I just asked this question in the community tab on YouTube. I asked if you guys believe that mosquitoes, roaches, mice, any kind of insect or animal, if you believe that they have a soul. That is my question. I will tell you guys my answer, but yeah, this was a question. I don't think this is my. I know this is not my first time asking my kids this question today, but we did have a conversation about this today, and I prompted them with that question of do mosquitoes have a soul, or are these soulless beings? I would love to hear y'all's answer. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Some of some For some of you, this is a thought that no one that you haven't thought of maybe before, and some of you have. What do you guys think? Would you guys say that animals and insects have souls, or not? They have souls or not? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that. Well, I'm not gonna say nothing until y'all say something. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna go on with my with my message about that. Hmm. Ooh, this is a good question. How do you define a soul? What is a soul? So, the way that I personally define a soul, and this is something that I have been channeled for a very long time. Most of you know now that I am an intuitive, and I've been channeling since I was like 4 years old. So, the way that Source, who is God, um, has given me this information about what a soul is the best way to describe it is like um, a frequency. It's an energy that travels and that cannot be destroyed, and a frequency or an energy, a current that is life. Some can even describe it as the breath that blows in between us. And yeah, and that's what a soul is. And a soul is a spirit. Although there are some spiritual people, I have a friend who's a shaman, and some people do separate a soul from a spirit, but a soul is a spirit. And the difference between the two is that one has a personality attached to it and the other doesn't. The soul has the personality attached to it and the spirit itself does not. So, but they're really the same thing. It's just humans, we have to categorize everything and like put things in and out. So it kind of makes this describing these kind of things a little difficult, because we really think that things are supposed to be like separate. We separate ourselves from God. We separate ourselves from money. We separate ourselves from each other through ethnicity and culture, and everything is really one. So yeah, I love that question. What is a soul? How do you define a soul? Oh, this is funny. Ellie says, sorry, I delete any bugs that came near me, specifically flies. No, wait. The reason why this is so funny is because we're not talking about whether you would eradicate these bugs or not. Like, you jump into a whole, like, look, sis is like, look, whether they're souls or not, I'm killing them if they in my way. Okay, I feel that. You like, let's cut to the chase. Like, no, no. I wasn't going to go there, but that is a place to go, because then the question is like, what's happening when you're destroying a soul? Then, but I personally, I do try not to destroy the insects and the animals as much as I can. But then there's times, yeah, I mean, we're a part of the cycle. So we're a part of the cycle of life. So that does happen. And I'm trying to wait to tell y'all what I want to tell y'all about this. So I'm trying to wait to see what anybody else's response is to this. And maybe I won't even go in on it today. It's definitely going to be an episode. I'm talking about souls and spirits all the time. So it's definitely going to be an episode if I don't go in on it today. But yeah, that is hilarious. Yeah, sometimes, guys, there's spiders. Like, if the spider is not like threatening me directly, this is going to sound crazy. And my house is really big. Like, it takes us freaking 5 minutes to walk to the bathroom. Seriously, it's like a 3-minute walk. So, um, it's far away from my children, and if I don't feel like it's threatening me, then I try not to harm the insect. And honestly, I'm not really thinking about it having a soul at that moment. I think that because this is something that's been channeled to me for so long, it's just so natural to me that I don't even really think about if it is a being that has a soul. Um, but I do like, yeah, I do just be like, why? Like, I don't want to kill something I don't have to kill. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do, and I have to. But I'm just saying that I really try not to. And if anything, I will try to have someone, because it ain't gonna be me, get rid of it. It's been programmed in us to automatically kill the bugs without thinking about it. Yep. Absolutely. It definitely has. It's been programmed for us. This is why I love this question, because what I get is most adults do tell me that they do believe that insects have, and animals have souls. So then the question is, it has to go deeper then. So then what are we like, what's really happening here? Like, what is a soul? I mean, like you asked, what is a soul? Or what is an insect then? Like, what is it? Does this mean that they have their own journey and their own earth experience? Does this mean that they have karma? It kind of makes you have to question further. So absolutely, we have been programmed to just squash the bug and not to consider that this is a life force. This is still a life force. I'm not saying save its life. I'm not going here or there with that, because that is subjective. It really depends. It depends on what it is, because if it's a snake, baby, you need to get rid of it. But yeah, I love that question of if these insects and animals have souls, because most human beings do not say, no, this is a soulless body. The majority of us, even no matter what religious background that you come from, the majority of religions accept and agree that when a body dies, whether it is an animal or a human, when a body is no longer alive, it means that the spirit, the soul, has left the vessel. So, most of us agree that that is a life force. And so, what does that mean when an animal or an insect has that? Does that mean that and this is kind of getting into reincarnation, which I really hate that we put that title on that, because then that makes people afraid to even talk about it. But this is kind of going into that subject. Like, okay, so have you experienced being an animal? Mm-hmm. Have you had this experience? Will you ever have this experience? If an animal or an insect is a soul, then like, who are they? Do they just come back as the same? Does that cow become the same cow every time? Because you did say that you agreeing with it having a soul means that you agree that it's having a cow experience, that it's an energy force, a life force, having this temporary experience, right? So it kind of that question kind of requires us to go deeper, and that's what Source wants from us: deeper conversations with ourselves, not even with each other. I feel like we've had enough deep conversations with each other. Okay, conscious community. The awakened, spiritual, the hotepness, all that. We have had enough conversations between each other about these things, about these subjects of the flat earth and yada yada yada. God wants us to speak to it, to them, to they, to Source. No, God is not a man. Okay, we're not even going to pretend. All right, I'm pretty open for the most part. You guys know that I am open and very non-judgmental to what you believe. I absolutely do not care your belief. It does not bother me. I don't feel any kind of way. I will sit in church with you or at the mosque. It doesn't even make me feel any kind of way. But we not about to do, because come on, like, it's old now. We've definitely graduated from the idea that God is a man. Okay, that God is a masculine force. Keep telling folks to record when commercial comes across. Yes, I need to do that, right? Yes, my peoples, if you are in the Ivory Coast, I need to make a post or something. But I almost imagine, well, yeah, because the people see, like, it's a commercial and it's so short. So, yeah, like, unless you're, do they have DVR still? That's how much I don't have a TV. That's how much we have not had a TV in like 11 years. I don't even know if DVR is a thing. Are people's, like, is that a thing with the cable? People use DVR? You can rewind. Because if not, then people wouldn't really be ready for the commercial, so they wouldn't be ready to record. That's so funny. For those of you who have no clue what I'm talking about, we're talking about the commercial that I was in that is being played in the Ivory Coast, which is so cool when you really just think about it, because I think I am, if not the first, then one of the first Black American individuals to be in a rotating commercial on the continent. That's a really cool milestone that I can tell my children. And that has a lot to do with the future of where we're going, the migration of us. We're going to see a lot more of us doing music and commercials and stuff in the continent. So it is really awesome to be a part of breaking that barrier as our economy in the States continues to crash. That's something else that we ain't gonna do, is pretend like it ain't. Okay, we're not gonna pretend like God is a man, and we ain't gonna pretend like the American empire is not at its downfall. Okay, it is. It just is, people. All right. It doesn't mean get afraid. Don't get offended and don't get afraid. That's gonna be one of my slogans. Don't get offended and don't get afraid. Don't get offended and don't get afraid. It is what it is. Everything is perfect here. Everything is happening how it's supposed to. Every empire lasts for a good 200 and what, 30 to 50 years. And America, we've actually exceeded a few years of that. So it is what it is. It's what's supposed to happen. And so many different constructs will take place. And it's just like the pandemic time. So many bad things took place, and then so many great things took place. So that's really how this Earth experience tends to be. What was I thinking about? Oh, I was thinking about earlier, I was thinking about the agenda, because we ain't gonna pretend like it ain't no agenda. We ain't gonna do that either. With the LGBT community. And if you don't know, then I am very verbal about the LBGT community, and not in the sense where I am siding with or bashing. I do not agree or believe in harassment and hate crimes in that. I think that you are a very whack individual if you feel like you need to disrespect, or like you have a right to disrespect or harm someone because of their sexual intimate preference. You're an idiot. You're a bully. But at the same time, why I do believe that everyone should be free to be who they are. I'm really big on that. We don't need like a push on our children. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you've seen me talk about this, and I actually have a lot of LGBT supporters in this. I love hearing from the LGBT community who agrees that it doesn't have to be something that we're pushing on children. It's actually really weird. It's just like it's weird for y'all to ask young boys why they don't have a girlfriend. Like, ask about me. Ask about me, because I don't give a damn who you are. You will get cussed out asking one of my boys why they don't have a girlfriend. It's just weird and sick. Like, if you won't ask a little girl why she doesn't have a boyfriend, like, why do we do that? We've always done that. Humans, adults, we've always put this thing on kids to like be together. Like, check the history, do your homework, because there are old shows of, you can see like stand up. Okay, I'm sorry. The neighbor's dog thinks he's a wolf. This is so awkward. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to shut my door. He's not gonna stop. I'm so glad I recorded my episode. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm definitely, come on, man. I just want my window open. Like, the breezes feel so good right now. But there's definitely a thing where we are pushing it on the children, and it's cringy and weird. And so what do I want to say to that? What was the point? What was the point? I was making a good point, y'all. Oh, okay. This dog is for real. Okay, so I had a thought earlier, and I'm losing it. Okay, let me try and catch my thought. It was that. Ooh, okay. Here we go. It's coming around. So what we're talking about is how bad things occur, and then I was saying how also good things come from that, right? How not to panic and don't get offended, don't get scared, because good things come from that. I was using the pandemic as an example. So my thought today was about the LGBT community and the importance of the freedom of people being able to be themselves and yada, 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 right? But then how the agenda has been from our specific government. It's so freaking weird because, yes, people like Obama, other presidents have been traveling outside of the country, coming to the continent of Africa specifically, and asking for this kind of thing to be like shared, and this kind of thing to be like, so what is that? It's not because they care about the rights of people. It's not because of that, right? So we're just acknowledging the agenda, right? But look at this. What is the agenda for? What is the whole thing? If you are one to understand population control, it's not a conspiracy. It is not a conspiracy. Too many of our presidents have direct quotes talking about the importance of us lowering the population. We have places like China, or is it Japan, that really intentionally like created rules long ago, like 50 years ago, to not have so many people. So population control is not a mysterious conspiracy, okay? Normalize how normal this shit actually is, right? So that is the agenda when it comes to the pushing of it, right? Not when it comes to the freedom that the LGBT community deserves, not when it comes to the punishing people who do hate crimes and harassment of that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the push, like sneaking it in the kids' cartoons, yada, yada, yada. So the agenda that has to do with that is population control, because just like we see with the abortions and this all the different laws going into play with that, Right now, they're even talking about taking away women's birth control. We know that that's a thing. All right. If you think that this is a conspiracy, you got to do your homework, because really no one's even hiding about this thing anymore. Right. So again, I'm wrapping this around, so stick with me. um, so you have this, I'm using this as an example of something that is negative or really bad, right? And it's like it can never, like, no matter what they do, they it's never going to be like just like a bad thing, because the alternative to that is, while that is a thing for population control, now there are people in the LGBT community that are having children, literally. So it's like you snooze you lose. Okay, either way, people are coming through. So it's just just to use that was the thought that came up when I was thinking about all these different examples of what we think, like the illusion of something bad happening in the world. I talked about this when I talked about the things that are going on in the place that I will not mention, as far as the wars and stuff. I have one of my last episodes of Earth is School, when I was doing this season, the second season last year. I think my last episode was about that. And I was talking about the importance of not getting caught up in the depression of it and the sadness of it. And I told the reason of why those kind of things do have to happen. As evil and crazy as it is, as messed up as it is, as much as I myself, and I'm sure you too, wish that we could just push a button and it all go away. um these things are, it's just duality, and it's really not, people get so mad at me when I say this, but it's really not a good or a bad thing. That is subjective. On the earthly, in the earthly experience, good and bad things are a thing, but on a soul level, no, everything is just is. Everything is just existence. It's just what it is. It isn't, you don't leave this earth and be like, oh my God, like that's so horrible that not when you're in your soul level, on your soul playing field. Like that's just not what happens, because your higher self understands. And so, hey, what is up, Trakiria? How are you? So yeah, I just I know that was a lot, y'all, but I wanted to use that as an example to just show you guys how much there's no need to panic about these kind of things. Like, there's no need to panic, because everything is always working out in our favor. Or we can say, from a religious standpoint, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. People be like, "Why you can't say that? What about when God is da 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 da?" But it really just means that everything is what it is, and you're here to have this earthly experience. It's not going to feel that. It's not going to feel the tragedy and the pain and the deepness and stuff. You just don't. That's only a earthly thing, I should say, because we came here to feel. So there's always duality. It's no need to panic. No need to panic. We're not supposed to be panicking, even though that's a natural thing. But also, a lot of us, as we go into the new earth, this is changing. I'm not going to get too much into it, because I have episodes on this that I'm going to be sharing, but it's amazing, amazing. Let me know if you have any more questions or just anything else that you want to talk about. Let's go deep, go personal. Do y'all see my eyelashes though? Can y'all actually see them? Yeah, girl got some cute ass eyelashes. And these are my eyelashes, by the way. You guys, my eyes is like a real, like, I know for a fact I have, one of my lives was like doing some Egyptian stuff with my eyes, because I'm really like big on the eyes, like on some members of a geisha type shit. So I take I take a real amount of care of my eyes. I have an eyelash hot a hot eyelash curler. And I don't wear the fake lashes because it's too much unless I'm doing like a show or something like that. Like I let the makeup artist put those on me, but I can't do it myself. But as far as my eyes, I do a treatment. I have a vitamin E and castor oil regimen, and I do this thing with my eyelashes, and then I curl them like someone that is obsessed with the eyes. But the eyes, these are the windows to my soul. So I really do use them. I would say that I use them um, every day, all the time. Like, do we not? Technically, do we not? But I use them intentionally. I should do a video on that. How I use my eyes. Yes, y'all. Let me know. Let me know if y'all have any questions. If not, then I'm going to get out of here. But I wanted to come on. I really need to be going live like every day because Earth is School is coming back. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to, I'm waiting for the relaunch, but I want y'all to see my face every day. And I want us to let's talk deep. Y'all got to stop asking me about what it's like living here. Like, I answered that already, okay? I love you. I love you very much. But don't ask me what you need to come here, okay? Go check out a video that I have. Like, let's go deeper. Sylvie, hey, what's up, boo? How are you? This is my fairy sister in the building. We were talking about I asked the question of if souls, if what you call it, not souls, if insects and animals have souls. I asked the question of if insects and animals have souls, and then I started talking about. I don't even know how I got there, but I started talking about um, America and some things with America and just using different examples about all types of things just to prove how much things are not like really a good or a bad thing here. Even though we feel them as that and that's how we're meant to feel them. But things are just what they are. They're really not like a good or a bad thing. Like our souls do not actually take them in as that. And I was proving in the 3D world about how bad things take place and then a great thing happens. And I was using like the pandemic as a good example. Look how many people um, literally lost their lives during that time. And then look how many people found themselves. So many people were dealing with extreme domestic violence because of that. And then there were people that were able to get away. They actually were able to use that as an escape. Um, and then businesses. So many people were in poverty, extreme poverty, and at their wits with their jobs. And then they were able. People were also able to use that time to discover that they needed to be making money on their own and new talents and gifts and stuff. They were able to monetize. So, yeah. Hey, hey, how are you? I think I highlighted your comment earlier. What is up? If the sister that was in here the other day, we talked about you dating someone. I don't know if that's you. I'm trying not to. I be really trying to remember y'all, like y'all's names. Um, but if you're in here, if you come in here and um, if you are the one that is coming to Senegal to be with someone, let me know because I think I have something to share with you. We talked a little bit, but yeah, some things have been coming up about that. So I like to be obedient and share. especially when it's not something I'm thinking of. It just freaking pops up. I have been good. I have been wonderful. I am currently taking my break from social media. I don't consider YouTube social media, by the way. this is this is my creative platform that also is a part of my income. So I don't consider this social media, but I'm taking a break from other social networks, and it's been good. It's been good. I've been getting my episodes done for my relaunch of Earth is School, and the kids have been helping me with that. We've been doing our homeschool thing, just ease, just ease. I had a moment. I was telling my friend earlier how I had this moment yesterday. The kids and I, we listened to books on Audible. You know, we read a lot, but then we also have books that we listen to. Don't get me started on that because I can do a whole episode on the importance of children reading books and then listening to them for those listening skills. And they've been listening to books with me since forever, since they were real little. And so it's just a tradition that we do. And we're reading a book right now. We're reading, what is this book even called? I just know the character. I don't even know. It's actually a nonfiction book about the warrior, the Native American warrior Geronimo. Um, and I had a moment because we were doing our routine of listening, and we eat mango and watermelon for breakfast. And so we sat down. I think I have this on one of my videos where y'all can see. Yeah, I think like the video when I had to cuss that lady out to get the vegetables. That video, I think I have there's a clip in there. You guys can see us doing this. And yeah, so we sit down and we listen to the audio, and I cut up fruit, and it's just a time for us to just be with each other and share, you know, fill this story together and then share and stuff like that. So I just had this moment yesterday that was really a good moment for me. And it reminded me about how I felt years ago, 5, 6 years ago, being in the States and seeing the difference in, you know, we for a really long time have been vegan and eating, you know, fairly healthy to the best of our abilities, and just how expensive things started getting and just how harder it was becoming. And I just remember a big goal of mine, like something that I really could see because I was imagining it and I was feeling it, was me being able to give my children fruits that are real and in abundance, where it's like an everyday thing. And so, yeah, that was a really good moment for me yesterday, just to be in that ambiance. It's just a vibe when you just have like an audio going and the diffuser is on, and you're just here with your family, and you guys are just taking in this really good story. So yeah, that was really really good. That's where I've been, and spending more time on the beach and stuff. Okay, so sorry because I lost you on this one. WhatsApp 2, as in the break. You gotta let me know what you're talking about. Cause sorry. Y'all know I just be going. Like one live, we done hit 10 subjects, okay? And they all are really important. Really useful stuff. But I have no idea what you're talking about now. Do you know how to cook chiboujen? That's my favorite Senegalese food. No, I don't. I need to get somebody in here to show me how to make chiboujen. No, I don't. We actually just started eating fish like within the last like 8 months. You know, we've been vegan for 10, 11 years now. But we just started consuming fish recently. Every once in a while. I still don't cook it, but we have Tata, our new Senegalese auntie, and she cooks for us every once in a while. And it's so good. And it's shout out to the universe, because one thing that I didn't want to do is have us consuming the local dishes with like some of the local seasonings that are used, like not the local seasonings, like literally the local, like nature grown, but the ones that are more popularly used, which is like the aja. If you guys know the aja is like Larry's it's like equivalent to what Larry's seasoning is for us. And it has a lot of salt, a lot of iodized salt, and a lot of MSG and other stuff like that. Don't quote me. I'm not going to say it has like specific MSG, but it definitely has a lot of bullshit in it. And so I didn't want us to consume that. And so the lady that cooks for us, she uses natural herbs, and when she makes the BSAP or even the BSAP sauce, it's BSAP that's grown, and you just don't get that. I know that a lot of people assume that because I'm in Senegal and this is Africa, that everybody is like on their homegrown natural thing. They're definitely growing their own fruits and vegetables more, but it's often that's not the case. We're not here going to natural remedies, and there's still a pharmacy, on mostly every corner here. It's very westernized, and yeah, sometimes a lot of times people are not using locally like nature grown herbs. They're using like it's like a Buon cube basically. And so yeah, I'm really grateful to have manifested that because we've come a long way when it comes to the meals here. Oh, I'm sorry. It was the break. Okay, duh. Duh, you were talking about a break because you said as in the break. Okay, right. WhatsApp too. So no, WhatsApp is a little different because I don't WhatsApp is not really social media for me. For Americans, WhatsApp is not really social media for us. It's literally like the way that we communicate. So that's how my dad and everybody contacts me. Now, you could say that I am kind of semi on a break from that too, though, because my phone is constantly on Do Not Disturb. And yeah, I'm definitely like I'm really in an introspective place right now. This live is the most interaction that I'm having with human beings besides my clients. I'm taking clients all the time. But besides that, yeah, I'm really just on my hiatus right now. If you're tuning in, Sylvie, that's one thing that I talked about too was the importance of, or me encouraging you guys to take a break during this cancer season, because I'm sure you know, sis, how this cancer season is a highly intuitive season. Every cancer is just that sign to bring in that intuition. And I talked about how we be like gang banging on our signs, and and we don't understand that these seasons, like, this is astronomy, this is like beyond astrology. You would have to you would have to not believe in the farmer's almanac, which is based on the constellations, for you to not believe that the seasons that we're in affect us. It's not about the sign that you are. It's not just about that. It's about the seasons that we're in as well. So yeah, this is a time that we have to really boost our intuition, and to really get messages. Everybody, this is the time. If you just make those little changes in your life, that's a good reason to encourage you. A good way to encourage you to do that. Chibujin. Yes, chibujin is basically one of their most popular dishes, and it's like it's rice and fish, and they have like carrot, yam, potato, this one vegetable. Senegal, I love you. You know I love you. But there is a vegetable. I'll be like, the only way that this vegetable got here is through the devil. Okay, there is no way that God created this vegetable. Like, there is a vegetable that, if you've ever tasted aloe, if you know what aloe vera tastes like, this vegetable that is put on this chibujin plate, it makes aloe vera taste like scrumptious, like freaking milk and cookies. Like, that's how bad this. And if you don't know what aloe tastes like, it tastes like pneumonia. Like, I can't even think of like a worse taste than aloe. But this vegetable is worse than all that. Okay. So when she cooks for us, which I'm so grateful for, that I'm able to, because we have a special diet, I guess you can say, lifestyle of eating. So I love that she's using the natural herbs with us. And she also knows not to put that, girl, don't you put that vegetable on our goddamn plate, because that vegetable is not right. Okay, it's not personal. Okay, Senegal, y'all did not make the vegetable. This is I'm taking this up with nature right now because what were you thinking? Like, but I do want to study the vegetable though because what I know about herbs, I know this vegetable is probably like the most healing vegetable on earth. Like it probably has the highest amount of nutrients because bitter foods and foods that don't taste really good, that's exactly what they do. So yeah, but chibujin is really good though. And they have white chibujin, they have red chibujin. Girl, those seasonings, okay? Say that. And sis knows this because she is from the continent, okay? So she knows, like, people be thinking that it's just, they be so shocked when I'm not going to, like, a woman that just has, like all the time on every corner, there's just not like, a bunch of people with their medicines that are coming from the earth and or stuff because we have this idea of what we think Africa is. Don't get it twisted. It's definitely less chemicals involved. Okay. There's less junk food available. You have less access to the bullshit, but it's definitely not what a lot of people might think. I love y'all. Y'all like, what's the conversation? What did I just walk into? Like, because y'all know we be talking about stuff. It's going to be a subject or a few. Yes. Those seasonings are addictive and have Africans in a chokehold. So many of us have forgotten how to naturally season our meals and build flavor. Yes. Oh my God, that's so true. It's true. It's true. Like the westernization has definitely taken place and we have lost our way. I remember when I first moved here and I met a sister that was from Cameroon and she was like, she's a healer and Coast had my youngest. He had a allergic reaction, like an eye infection that was coming up from the dust. And I did not have any more colloidal silver. I did end up having an oil that I need to buy right now, vetiver, that ended up helping. But I was losing it. I was like, oh my God, I wasn't ready for this. We just got here. What the hell is this? My baby cannot open up his eyes. What's happening? And I don't want to give him antibiotics because I know what antibiotics do to the body. So I went into this group. There's like 200 women in here, and I'm asking them what they would use. And everybody, even the locals that I was meeting that was going to their grandmothers, everybody is like, go to the clinic, go to the pharmacy, the pharmacy. And I reach out to this holistic doctor from Cameroon who lives here. I mean, she's a holistic healer. This is how she presents herself, as this natural healer. And she's like, the pharmacy. I'm like, girl, what kind of healing do you do? Because why is this your first option, sis? No, like we're supposed to be standing our ground and and figuring out, you know, the remedies whenever we can. Of course, there's times that you can't. So I ended up having an amazing oil, such a powerful essential oil from the company that you all always see me use, Young Living. And it was vetiver. Vetiver, I rubbed some vetiver over his eyes, just a little bit. I had the slightest amount. It wasn't even dropping. It was just like a scrape. I had to scrape the vetiver from the oil bottle and I put it around his eyes and it cleared it up. I didn't even touch the actual, I mean, his eye was shut. It was closed. He could not open his eye. So amazing what nature can do. But yeah, that was my first experience with realizing that Africa is not where a lot of us think that they are when it comes to natural remedies. The aloe vera is a big thing because if you know that me and my house, all of these heads that I have to do, our big hair, we cannot live without aloe. I would not live in a country without aloe because that's our gel. We literally use gel for aloe every single day. We do not leave the house without this gel from nature. So it is important. I don't go to the store. It's been many years. So I wouldn't know what to do in a situation like that. And when we first got here, we needed aloe. And I remember that I would ask the doorman to help me find aloe. And they would help me find it. And they would be like, when they would go and ask the women and the old lady, the elderly ladies, like for the aloe, everybody was like, they want to know, like, what are you doing with this? Like, what could you possibly be using on this with this aloe. And this was a shocker to me. I know that a lot of you guys might not get this because it's just like anything, whatever is in your world, that's what it is, and you're used to that. But for us, aloe is such a staple for us. We cleanse with aloe. I use aloe. Aloe was our first neosporin. Before they created neosporin, that's where they got the idea to create neosporin from, is aloe vera. So I'm using this for everything. And I am flabbergasted that these older women do not know that when someone has an open womb, you can open up this gel. And here in Africa, in Egypt, in Kemet, we used to call aloe a god plant. Like, I was like, y'all lying to me. But it's because, it's because of exactly that. We've been westernized here. Yes, that's what I thought, because that's how I contact you. What's it? Oh, yes. Okay. See, I need to know what the name, because this is not your name on here. So I need to know. Now I know exactly. Yes. You remember I was saying that I was going to take a break, right? That was like 2 months ago. I am officially on my break. It is happening. So yes. Yes, you would have to reach out via WhatsApp. Oh my God. Don't even get me started, y'all. I'm going to do an episode. When it comes up, the Earth is School episodes that I do, a lot of y'all may not even know that even when I was going live, it was never an episode that I was like pre-ready for. I never knew what I was going to talk about like earlier that day or the day before. I don't do my episodes like that. It is complete source energy. I am allowing God to fill me up and tell me what needs to be shared, because this is the best way for me. This right here is a way that helps me to keep my ego out of the way. And it helps me to know that it's really something that you were supposed to get. And the magic in that is that people are always like, oh my God, like I'm dealing with this and I'm having this experience. So this is definitely a subject. Most definitely, social media is a subject that I might be talking about quite frequently on Earth is School. So don't even get me started, because I can hit this subject on every angle. Like, we need to take breaks. And I've been talking about this for a long time, like 2010, okay? Again, 13 years ago, long time. And I kind of hate that on so many levels, because I was way too early with this. I was way too early with the information. But I used to take breaks, and I would get people together on social media. This is before Instagram. This is years before Instagram was even a thing. And I would gather people and be like, hey, let's go on an app like Discord or something. Let's text message each other in groups off of social media so we can take our power back and be more in the moment. On so many levels, it's important. There's so many messages that we are not getting from source. Let me say that under a more religious construct for some of you to be able to understand. There are so many messages that God is trying to give you that you are not receiving, because your brain is in beta mode all the time. That is the mode of you receiving information from outside. 3D information. That's you logically downloading information from all over the country, from all over the world. You're scrolling, you're getting something from Australia, you're getting something, there goes something happening in the States, there goes something happening in Japan. So your mind is like in a beta overload. You absolutely cannot get the messages that you're supposed to get from God. It just, like, you guys know, I'm like a neurologist nerd. It's just on a scientific level, it will not come through like you're probably thinking that it is, because your brain waves are too scattered. So it's so important that it's just not a normal thing. We're just not supposed to be in all these different countries and all these different interactions and having all these like political issues and all these things. We're just not supposed to be getting it. That's why in this 3D experience, we're not traveling in this particular 3D experience. We are in other experiences, right? We actually have to sleep. We actually have to go to sleep and allow for our subconscious mind to take over in order for us to travel throughout the dream world or astral projecting stuff. But in this time and space, in this reality of me being the 3D being that I am right now speaking to you, I'm not able to just put this phone down right quick and head over to Japan or head over to what's going on in Palestine, right? It's because I'm not supposed to. So it's just too much. It's just a little bit too much. A little bit isn't a lot. And so, yeah, we got to take breaks, you guys. And right now, we are being called to do that. A lot of you guys are even getting the thoughts of just like, you think that they're your thoughts, and they're not. It's not you, it's God. And you are being told to take a break. You're being told to fall back a little bit. That's exactly where I am. Introspection. I haven't had the capacity to deal with people lately. That's so good. It's so good. So many of you guys are. It is amazing how many clients are telling me the same thing. Like, it's not a coinky dink. Like, we're doing this together for the most part. I love vetiver. Yes, I have some now. I mix. Oh, I could really cry, y'all. I could really cry. I need to do an episode on that. Vetiver is an amazing oil. These essential, look, y'all, I'm like really about to cry because these essential oils are real. And I don't know how we're going without it. You need them. You need them like you need that social media break, okay? Absolutely. Oh my God. People be like, what do you do for your anxiety? And how do you, I mean, come on, from biblical days. I mean, the essential oils are mentioned 1,000 times in the Bible. What are we talking about? Like, there's too many things that you can do to help open your intuition, to help your children with them being on the spectrum or dealing with ADHD, to help you with dealing with depression and heartache. It's just too many different things. Oh my God, the ways that I have been able to prevent stuff. It's real. Like, I'm not capping on this. Like, I be dead ass. Just join and I don't know what's happening. I love the way y'all coming in like, what's up? Like, what's the topic? Like, the topic is everything. We're just talking about everything. That's pretty much when y'all come in, that's really the topic. It's going to be like anything, like, because things just come in. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying last, honestly. Aloe vera is healthy, and I have a big one in my front door for protection. Yes, I love it. It is so good, y'all. Don't be sleeping on aloe. The way that any gel substance from nature has the ability to like tack itself onto the gunk in your body, the walls of your uterine lining, the walls of your kidneys and things like that, the way that they have the ability to grab on to these things and pull them down. Do not sleep on this God plant. They were calling it a God plant for a reason. Definitely consume it, use it. If you're going to consume aloe, though, I should do a video on that. You need to cut it. I'm sure you can find it online, but you need to cut the sides and take away the mechanism that aloe does to fight those yellow, I forgot what it's called, but it's like acid. It'll irritate your skin. So don't swallow that. But you can cut the sides and you soak them in water for however long. It doesn't have to be that long. At least 10 minutes, I would say. But yeah, like, don't sleep on it, y'all. I live and die by aloe. Between aloe, Colloidal silver, and my essential oils, we're good over here. Like, we're good. I do so much with just that. Maybe charcoal and alum powder too. I'm gonna do an episode on that too. I'm gonna share all of my like go-to health things, like the things that I just feel like I don't give a damn what you're going through. I don't care if you are on your way out the country and you're being set up and someone is after your demise. That just happened to be a really specific situation that I was in. And I don't care. Like, you need these things. You need these things. Like, we were literally stuck in New York and I was still making Colloidal silver. I was still helping other people with Colloidal silver. I just sent you a message on WhatsApp so you can remember. I think I know who you are. I think, but yeah, that's good. One love. Hey, the dove. Yes, aloe on the skin after a good exfoliation. Let's not sleep on it, y'all. I think I did. Well, I did start to do a video. I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it because I started hitting so many points. It was just an overload of information. And I was just like, I'm going to do it in a different way. But I started to do a video to show my vaginal steaming. And it turned into a whole nother thing. But I was talking about the importance of us taking back our health. And I was talking about how that is happening, like slowly that is happening. More and more people, more than ever, are people realizing that the prescription drugs were not actually doing their body good and they want to do alternatives. And people are just starting to question the doctors and stuff. So something like aloe is going to play such a big part in our future, which is so cool because it's just like history. This is why they say like history is actually really important. I know we don't think so, but the way that it repeats itself, you can't deny it. You must not know your history if you don't know that history repeats itself. So, I mean, aloe was a big deal for us at one point in history, and I started using it as a gel for my kids. You guys, I used my. Have y'all seen my kids' hair? It used to be an all-day event. I went from combing out one of their hair and taking 4, maybe 5 hours. I'm talking about to wash and untangle their hair. We went from 4 and 5 hours to 1 hour. I am the spokesperson for aloe. Okay. When you look up aloe in the dictionary, you're gonna see my face with a thing of aloe. Okay, like the way that aloe has changed my life. I can do a commercial. I probably will just randomly, me and K-Bot just end up creating a commercial for aloe, like just off the strength, like sponsored by Mother Nature, like dead ass. That's how real it is. Did I ever tell you the delivery people broke the Colloidal silver you sent me right before you moved? Shut up. Shut up. Okay. I gotta find a way to get you some silver. Like I don't even make it no more. And I'm like, we gotta get you some homegrown silver. Sis, are you for real? Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. And I feel like we went through something already, like getting it to you. I feel like it was already something, like a delay for something or something like that. Dang, no, you probably didn't even get a chance to tell me because I was just like in tunnel vision mode. Like you probably was like, I'm not gonna bother her right now. But wow, no, I want to get you Colloidal silver. Yeah, I definitely do have a goal of making it. I am going to be making it again here. I want my brother to produce it there in the States so that people have it available to them. And I do plan on teaching about it again so we can make our own Colloidal silver. Ha, cha. I need to do a video on that. Okay? Because we need it. And after what we experienced for 2 years, I don't want nobody looking at me sideways no more when I'm talking about Colloidal silver. Because I've been talking about this thing for too long. And ooh, let's talk about getting messages. Because in 2012 in 2012 and 2013, I was always talking about Colloidal silver being banned. Oh my God. I can pull up old messages. I have actually pulled up old messages to talk about this. Just a few years ago, I did this. And I've always been telling people, like, you got to get the machine in your house. You have to learn how to make your own antibiotic. And if you don't, then they're going to be the ones that are sourcing it out to us. And that's going to be a problem whenever things come up and it's going to be banned. And during this pandemic, that's exactly what happened. That's the only reason why you guys do not see me selling Colloidal silver. One of my biggest profits of anything that I've done has been through the distribution of silver. And it was amazing. It was amazing to help so many people and teach so many people how to make it and to have them taking the power of health, upon themselves. And exactly what I said was going to happen happened. There was someone that came out. It was a doctor that came out and said that he had cured someone of the pandemic situation with Colloidal silver. And when I tell you, I got so many newsletters. It's so sad. My silver distributors just disappeared off the face of the earth. Like, I'm like, where y'all at? Like, we was family. Like, what happened? They just left and they started banning it. Like, I was getting newsletters about how you needed to change different wordings and you can no longer. I mean, it wasn't even a thing that we really was really supposed to be like doing like that, but under certain circumstances you could. And so they just really made it hard. And during that period, those 2 years, you couldn't buy it in stores either. It was really hard. It would only be at certain stores and the price went up. So, man, it's a real thing. I'll start using aloe vera on my natural hair now. Since you are swearing it cuts down the hair care. I'm telling y'all, we be using detangler, all this stuff all these products that we buy. Just grow some aloe. Just grow some aloe. Buy it from the Hispanic stores. They always have it at the Hispanic stores. And you're going to see, open it up. You know, try not to, don't overthink it, but try not to get the yellow substance in your hair and stuff. It's not that big of a deal, but it could make you itch a little bit. But yeah, try it. You're going to be like, what? Hair gel where? Yes, I have some on my nightstand. You're gonna have me coming to Senegal before heading back. Oh yes, you should. Absolutely. Absolutely, come through. You can definitely come through and experience this beautiful country. Okay, you guys, look, I'm always going 1 hour and something. I'll be like, I'm gonna go live for 10 minutes. Why did the thing just blink out like that? You should, the aloe infusion oil I make had my hair even thicker and longer. Ooh, I bet. Yes, y'all. And don't do the products. Like, don't do like the aloe gel that's in the store that's mixed with all these fake fragrances and stuff unless you make it. Yes, just pure aloe. You are going to, I want y'all to use that aloe and then get back to me. Like, it don't matter what video or where you leave the comment, okay? Leave the comment and say, girl, tell me about it. I'm going to do a video, though. I keep saying I'm going to do a video and show people how I treat the aloe and everything. It's a big deal. I wonder, no, it's just too windy out there. My internet going to mess up. I was going to show y'all my little aloe nursery, I guess you can call it. But yes, it's so funny that I'll be like, I'm going to go live for 20 minutes and then I'll be on here for literally 1 hour and 22 minutes. Like, this is what the last live was. Okay, you guys, if you like this live, please hit that thumbs up button right now. Just push it. Just pop it in right quick. Every time you hit that button, it lets YouTube know that your girl is popping, that my videos are like something to look at. So they put me in the suggestion box more than they used to. And I appreciate that. You can share this live. If you want to hit the super thanks and support me in any way. If you are interested in a session with me, for those of you who do not know, I am a quantum theta mind coach. This means that I take people into a different brainwave and we pull out any types of traumas and any kind of blockages, money blockages, any types of fears, anything that they want to overcome, any kind of manifesting. It's literally just me helping you tap into source. You're just tapping into your gifts. The normal results that come from this kind of thing is people trusting themselves more, people realizing that that you are the channel, people being able to really hear the messages that they're receiving. And it's so amazing. I'm actually really, really grateful that I'm able to do this work because every week I am blown away. Like, I'm just like, God is real. Like, this is like really a real thing. Like source is so real and running through us. And doing this kind of work really, it really helps me to remember that. It's a constant reminder. So yes, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I will probably be back tomorrow. Watch the last video. I just uploaded a video of us flying kites, of me really like pretending like I know what I'm doing and helping my kids fly kites. So check out that video and support me in any way. I love you. I thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Until next time, thank you for rolling with a